I'm sorry, Miami Heat fans, but the Miami Heat should not trade for Kevin Durant. So Houston and San Antonio have the assets to go after KD, but both should prioritizing younger stars. New York is low on picks. That leaves Minnesota and Miami as the most likely destinations, although one should be far more desperate than the other. Prediction, Durant is traded to the Miami Heat. My thing about Kevin Durant is, obviously, he's a Hall of Fame talent. But I am not going to overpay for Kevin Durant and help the Phoenix Suns after they created that mess. They have a $400 million roster. Okay, and at the end of the day, that's their problem. They have no picks. They pretty much mortgage their whole future on Bradley Beal, Booker, and Kevin Durant, and I'm not going to help them. I'm sorry. Now, shout out to Locked On Heat. They proposed this trade. So they said, would you do this trade? Phoenix gets Andrew Wiggins, Duncan Robinson, Jaime Jaquez Jr., 2025, 2030, and 2032 first-round pick, and that's a hell to the no. Once again, Kevin Durant, he's 36 years old, all-time Hall of Fame talent. I just don't understand why the Miami Heat would even consider this. I'm not going to mortgage my future just for Kevin Durant. I mean, think about it. If you're going to get Kevin Durant, the only way I'm doing it is if you're going to fleece the Phoenix Suns. If it's going to have to be for a killer deal, a deal that, you know what, no team would ever say no to. But he's definitely not worth 3 first-round picks right now. Phoenix Suns, I'm sorry. It is what it is. I would rather run this team back. I'd rather keep Wiggins and maybe trade him later on or, you know, whatever the case may be. But I cannot overpay for Kevin Durant and give up a bunch of first-round picks. I don't even think Kevin Durant right now is worth even 2 first-round picks. This is why I say the Miami Heat, they have a lot of work to do. So Anthony Chang isn't certain that Tyler Herro has made himself untouchable. The question is whether more trade speculation involving Herro will begin this offseason or if the Heat intends to continue to build around a core of Bam Adebayo and Tyler Herro. And once again, if you're building a core around those two guys, you're definitely not winning a championship. All right? I know we got Andrew Wiggins, which look at him. What is this man even doing in this TikTok? And once again, I know a lot of people are going to say, yeah, but it doesn't matter what he's doing in his off time. Bro, we were counting on this man to be a good functional piece for the Miami Heat. Now, I know he was dealing with injury, but he was absolutely atrocious in the first round versus the Cavs. Once again, I don't know if it was an injury like that hamstring that was bothering him. I don't know. But, bro, Max Strus was blowing by him. He couldn't even get past Ty Jerome. He couldn't get to the free throw line. All his shots were straight bricks. That's my thing about Andrew Wiggins. I'm not saying he needs to be, you know, this all-time Jimmy Butler replacement, but he's not a scrub. And we're going to need him to step up on this Miami Heat roster. That's why I keep telling you guys, Miami Heat fans, we have to be patient when it comes to this roster over the next 2 to 4 years. Okay, we have to be okay with being mid. We have to be okay with actually not going to the playoffs or sucking because at the end of the day, I know a lot of people, stars this and stars that. There's not a bunch of stars even to go get. I'm not willing to give up 3 first-round picks for most of these guys are out right now. Not for Zion, not for Trey, not for Ja. None of these guys, to me, are worth 3 first-round picks. Especially with they have all their own issues and problems on and off the court. So the Miami Heat really have a lot of decisions to make. The first thing, what are they going to do with Andrew Wiggins? Does he want to be in Miami or not? Because if he doesn't, pack his bags and get him the hell out of here. I only want guys who want to be here long-term. When it comes to Tyler Herro, what do the Miami Heat want to do with him long-term? All I'm saying is you cannot afford to max out Bam and Tyler, especially when, you know, both of them have their own struggles. You know, you have one in Tyler Herro where he is getting cooked defensively. I mean, Ty Jerome, Max Strus, they were all frying him at the end of the day. And then you also have Bam Adebayo where he gives you inconsistent offense. Now that I'm hoping going forward that the roster construction is a little bit better, so that now Bam Adebayo can focus a little bit more on the offensive end because when you have him doing all this, guarding 1 through 5, blocking shots, grabbing rebounds, covering for everybody, but now that Khalil Ware's here, once again, now we have Davion Mitchell. Hopefully we'll be able to re-sign him. You have to bring back a guy like Davion Mitchell. I think that Davion Mitchell, he's Heat culture all in one. And like I said, back to Tyler Herro. When it comes to Tyler Herro, what are they going to do with him? Are they going to pay him? Are they going to trade him? They need to make up their mind on who are they keeping and who are they trading going forward. Then when it comes to Jovic, you know, he posted on his Instagram of him getting some work in. Are they going to use Nikola Jovic the right way? I don't understand why the Miami Heat drafted a guy which, when they watched his tape, he was a point guard. The ball was in his hands. I think he's improved a little bit defensively and on the rebounds because there's no way that you're going to be 6'10" and not get rebounds. I'm sorry. There's no way, especially when you know that this Miami Heat team lacks rebounding. But they need to make up their mind on Jovic and Jaime. Is Jaime going to improve? Is Jovic going to actually be used the correct way? He is a playmaking big. Point blank period. He kind of reminds me of Ben Simmons, but they need to be able to use him the right way. He is not a back down big. He's not a back to the basket big. And he is more than just a corner 3 guy. You know, he's a guy that this man could honestly help this Miami Heat offense tremendously, especially in transition, helping them play faster. The Miami Heat have a lot of work to do this offseason, but let me know what you guys think in the comments. Hit that subscribe button, and thank you for all the support.